Alright, and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. We are about to engage the next mission, and our last group, Ruslan, Machin, Gournay, and Mobeen, were quite successful. Our entrance group, which still needs one more week in order to catch up, will wait in the town just to get the stress levels a little bit lower. And we're going to use the same group that we had used before. And luckily for us, there are two interesting quests which I'd like to continue. Number one would be this here with the activation of 3 animalistic shrines. I like the idol. The deeds are helpful, and the town event, fresh air in the tunnels. I don't know what that event entails, but I think we're going to go for it because I like the town events. So we do have 3 pickaxes, which we're going to get rid of during our run through the dungeon. We are, as always, going to go with a normal loadout. We have the same party that we had during the last run, and we're taking basic supplies. Let's maybe save some money here because we're getting low on funds. The reason why we are so low on funds is I invested into upgrading the weapons of and the armor, as well as the skills of all of the characters. So that is me basically saying we will keep the characters that we currently have on board. We have a solid mixture of different classes, so the idea is really to keep all of them. But it also means that we invest a lot of money up front. Once the characters are upgraded, though, we should be fine. And we're going to more heavily focus on money now in order to get a stable buffer, almost like 30 to 50k, which we can use to upgrade skills if need be. That's also the reason why we are going to keep the same party formation during most of the time. I want to make sure that we're leveling everyone to level 3.
We require only the strength to follow it.
And one way to do it is to keep a working party together. And this group here did reasonably fine.
The light, the promise of safety.
There we go, first fight. I like the damage output and the speed of this group specifically. So many of the encounters that we went through were dead before they could even really hurt us. Also, the self-healing ability of the group is quite good. There we go. Oh, we almost killed him. Good. So the drummer is down. Let's try to stun 1 or 2 of them.
Executed with impunity.
And use the time for self-healing. The good part about having 2 characters that can self-heal is if you're in the recovery phase of the battle, like we are currently, everyone can effectively self-heal.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright, almost looks like we're full again. We can kill him now. We don't want to leave it open for way more, for way longer. It's almost turn number 5. And as you know by now, at turn number 5 the stress level increases and reinforcements can appear. So first successful fight. That's a good cloak. We should definitely keep it. The flatulent of the other group will highly appreciate using this one.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
We need to carefully select what we want to take with us. You can see, by the way, that there is a new item which is called Dock Treats. We're going to use them sooner than later. Dock Treats is a special item that you get when you have the Houndmaster in your group. It is basically a free buff that you can use that increases the damage of the Hound by 50% for the next 3 rounds. Super helpful, specifically in boss battles. However, it costs a slot. Oh wow. The Occultist, unfortunately, opens some of the items that we could otherwise, some of the curios that we could otherwise open ourselves. That's not helpful. So he's acquiring a couple of negative quirks at the moment. So let's use the Dock Treats. There we go. We have a buff, 3 rounds plus 15 accuracy and 50 damage. So we can crit decently high with that. Immediately killed 2 of the enemies. And we keep the Abomination for now in the normal form. I want to keep the stress level as low as possible. Probably shouldn't have healed ourselves because we still have the buff with the extra attack and damage. Should have used that. Elsewise the Dock Biscuits would be wasted. We do have one firewood camp, which will allow us to reduce further stress levels. So I'm confident that the party will get out of this dungeon without any stress or without any high level of stress whatsoever. So this guy is already dead, which means we can just heal and wait for him to die. Everyone heals themselves. And there we go.
Watch your step.
So we need to activate the 3 antique shrines. So far we haven't found them really. There's the first quest location. Unfortunately, yet another fight. And the sooner we can activate the shrines, the better. Because the shrines are taking away, at the moment, 3 inventory space. Which is really a lot. And we might even want to eat the second biscuit soon. Because it's taking away another inventory slot as well. My theory of him healing himself, so the abomination healing himself, and therefore being a more attractive target, so far hasn't really turned out to be true. And in this run, he hadn't been targeted all too much. Alright, we can finish him up. I'm just trying to heal the bounty hunter up. And now we're going to kill him.
Slowly, gently.
There we go.
This is how a life is taken.
Now, that's the first quest room. We're going to get rid of one of these pickaxes.
And purpose is made clear.
Good. I assume the other two are probably on the very edges of the map. Very good. We just found a map telling us that one of these things here needs to be a... oh, there we go. Look at that quest location. This shrine over here is the quest location. We need to get back in order to activate it. And the last shrine is up here. Yeah, sometimes the shrines can be in the intersections and not in the rooms. It's happening more seldomly. There we go, that's the shrine. Well, a little advantage of it was that we get the other curious down here.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Oh, that was a great loot. So, we're going to get rid of the remaining dog treats. We are down to only 4 torches. And you can see if we're just wandering around the dungeon, new encounters will spawn. So over time, it's just inefficient to continue to run through the whole dungeon. Effectively, the game tells you need to finish, or elsewise new encounters will come.
Quickly the tide turns.
Oh, they seem to be very interested in our abomination. Perfect, because he can just heal himself and reduce his level of stress on top of it. Easy. I really begin to appreciate the party a lot. It feels that with the self-healing here, we have so much sustain in the first ranks. And the damage is also fine. Plus, so far we haven't had any problem with stress. Plague Doctor only, 40 disease resist. That's a nice to have trinket. We need to grab the blood. I know that this is going to be important. I've read about the Crimson blood expansion. So we're going to get rid of the skeleton key. We already know that there's no secret room in the dungeon because we have found the map. The map effectively told us that there is like no secret room which we could find. So we're going to go through here and then go to the quest location. That's basically the way we're going to take. Oh, nice. We can get rid of a negative quirk. The runes phobe would be good to get rid of it, and both paranoia and bloodthirsty are really bad quirks. So let's give our occultist the option to get rid of one. Bloodthirsty was removed. That's good. But he's still interested in the occult and is opening every single single curio. Need to get rid of his other quirks. I really hate quirks that force the characters to open curios on the way, because it sometimes means they are just digging their own grave. Oh gosh, we need to make sure he's not getting overwhelmed. Let's kill the stress-inducing monsters first. And I think then it's also time for us to take to rest with the party. Yeah, we're at 92. That is not good at all. Unfortunately, the stress relief of the Houndmaster is not targeting him. He can't heal himself with that. We would need to get rid of some of the stress. He's at 97, so pretty close to effectively losing his mind. We can't even transform into an abomination at the moment without letting this character go insane. One more round. Trying to heal ourselves, and now we need to kill this guy. Okay. So unfortunately in the next room, we already know that there is going to be yet another fight.
Push on to the task's end.
Which means we need to be careful to not get any more stress on the Hound. The only enemy that could do that is the Drum Master here. Let's hope he's not going to use his drum ability. Maybe he's just using his mark instead. Oh, wait a second, we can kill him. Perfect. Killing means stress relief, so we're down to 94. And we just need to give the Houndmaster a couple of kills. There we go. 2 kills set up for the Houndmaster. He's down to 90. Slowly but surely. And we still have the option to rest throughout the night. So we should be fine. Alright, almost there. I think that's, by the way, also the last battle that we need to take. Plague Doctor, +2 accuracy at the cost of, +8 accuracy at the cost of -5% hit points. We might even want to consider taking this one, because accuracy is really, really good. And we're going to drop shovels for it. Going to stay here. And let's take a night's rest. Everyone heals up. Perfect. So we could prevent nighttime's ambush, but that will induce additional stress. In order to make sure that we're not messing with his stress level, good. We just prevented Knight's Ambush and we have 7 points left over. 4 of which are going to be used to reduce stress for everyone. Does anyone have an ongoing disease? No. Perfect. So, which means we still have 3 points left over. And that means we're going to do exactly this. Everyone reduces 20 stress and he gains, everyone reduces 10 stress and he gains 20 stress. So overall we did quite well. We got his stress down to 40 and the other ones are non-noticeable. So after resting, everyone's full. And the only question that I am asking myself is whether it's worth to explore the other rooms. Answer is probably no. So let's get out of the dungeon. We haven't monetarized much, so it's less than 10,000. But we got a couple of nice heirlooms. And 10% extra damage on range skills is really good on the Grave Robber. Extra stress resistance is also good. The scouting chance is nice, so that is average to good. This is average to good, and that is really good. Resolution, will never drink, doesn't matter. So really good quirk selection, or quirk assignment, I should rather say. And the game now offers us 33% resolvement experience in the Warrens and 15% extra damage on the next quest, which is the event Fresh Air in the Tunnels. We're going to do that just in the next run.